Hello everybody and welcome to the 5th episode, where we finally repair our car and start to move down the coast. In the last episode, we decided to leave Istanbul and spend a couple of days at the beach until our visas were ready.
For tonight for dinner, so we have some champignons, some eggs, and of course a big salad. Here. The only thing I would say it's what we have found is that people throw rubbish around here, or they don't pick their own rubbish. So if you are at the beach, you don't see it, but if you go a bit inland, you will see that there are hundreds of bottles. We just spent the morning just picking what we could, and we actually ran out of rubbish bags. Removing all the clips from the fuel line is just a nightmare at the moment. So the space is really small and it is really difficult to completely remove them without breaking them. Okay, you wanna disconnect that? Separate the line?
I need the middle line.
There are 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I need that one.
Okay, and the connector is like connecting 4 of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see it from here. Goes from there, from the back, just all the way next to the other fuel lines, just to the fuel filter.
In Greece, we could narrow down the leak at our tank to the fuel line. We managed to get one delivered from the UK. Now it was time to put it in.
This is how it looks right now.
The line is in place and it's just the last click. Okay, should be good. So everything is connected, it seems to be tight. Now close everything, clean up and have lunch. Just called the Iranian embassy to check on our visas, and it turns out our visas are ready. We will pack together and drive to Istanbul, stay there one more night in the Aegean Side and cross tomorrow the Bosporus to pick up our visas.
today on our way to Istanbul. 1, fill up the water tanks and the shower. Very important, we are completely dry. That's the first. Then we need to check for a MediaMarkt or so. Yeah, my ebook just died, so I really like reading, so I just need to get a new one. And then we need to find a place to sleep next to the city, so that's going to be interesting.
This morning we were lucky. After we crossed the Bosporus, we headed directly to the Iranian Consulate. Our visas were already waiting for us. The process was smooth, and half an hour later we had our visas and could leave the city. The same day we decided to leave Istanbul and headed towards Bursa, where we found a camp spot above the city in the mountains. We didn't stay long though. We wanted to make it to the coast. We spent the next day driving towards Izmir. It got late, so we picked a plateau overlooking the valley. We liked it so much we stayed a second day. Looks like we're going to have a windy night. I emptied this morning the pre-filter of the snorkel, and so we had a hit here. By trying to clean it, I broke the chunk out, so now we need to glue it. I hope that holds for a while. Not sure though. After 2 days and with the wind getting stronger, we decided to move on. After searching 45 minutes for a place to park in Izmir, we found one. Now we need to exchange money for Iran. In Iran there are no credit cards allowed, or basically there are no credit cards working. So we need to bring everything we are going to spend there in cash. Leaving our last night's camp spot at the beach and heading to Didim. We went to the temple of Apollo in Didim. I was here as a kid and wanted to see if the guy with the camel is still standing on the side of the street, like I remember him, as it was yesterday. In the next episode, we continue our way down the coast towards Antalya, where we find some hidden beaches before we take a turn right and head inland. So stay tuned and enjoy the ride.